Well, we've got an absolute lash in there by the rain, but that's all right. Well, good evening. I'm home, or at least I'm back in Scotland, which I still kind of consider as being home, even though I live in the States these days. But no, I'm back for summer vacation, which is great. And I've got the chance tonight to come down to this wonderful place. These are all salt marshes out here, and I'm down at a place called Aberlady Bay Local Nature Reserve, and actually I'm heading out to Aberlady Point, which is out here, and in between this point and the point over there, which is Gullen Point, I think, there's a bay which at low tide becomes like a really long flat sandy bay, and there's something out there in between the 2 points which I'm going to go and have a look and see if I can find. I'm not going to tell you about it just yet, but that's what I'm going to go look for. And hopefully, well, the rain showers seem to have dispersed, so we've got this these wonderful mix of clouds, the sun's out, and hopefully sunset around 9:30 was exactly the same time as low tide is, and the things I'm going looking for, they only show up at low tide. So let's hope the conditions stay like this and see if we can get some nice pictures. So this is Simon. Say hi, Simon. I have to thank Simon for giving me a ride out here today. This is my brother, my younger brother. So don't have a car this week, and I was going to take a bus all the way out here, but he kindly thanked me. Oh look, Simon, there's a deer out over there, just in the salt marshes here. Hey, the deer right there. Oh yes, sorry. Yeah, so he kindly drove me out, and he has no clue what kind of adventure we're up to here, so hopefully it'll work out, eh? Alright, so there we have it. What we have come to see. I'm not sure if you can make it out just yet, but as we get closer you'll see it. Down there, just above the low tide line at the moment, the tide should go out still a bit further, but just below it right now there's two objects out there in the water. And what those are they're micro submarines. Now there's a bit of a story as far as they're concerned, because back in World War II, actually in early World War II, there were a fleet of micro submarines that were used, and how they worked was that they were towed into battle by a mothership, a mother submarine if you like, and then one or two people would go down in these micro submarines, and they would be very stealthy and very small, and they couldn't be detected. So they were actually used in World War II. Now these two were not. These were training micro submarines. And their demise, if you like, came about because when they'd finished using them for training, they towed them out here and attached them to a big concrete I guess a weight on the seabed, and they floated above, and then the RAF actually used them for target practice for a while, and then obviously they sank and they've ended up here. So they've been here since 1943 or something like that. So how many years is that? 60, 70, nearly 80 years or something. So absolutely incredible micro submarines from World War II, and they're just sitting here in the sand. So we're going to go out and we're going to take some pictures of those, and hopefully with the seascape in the background. You can see lots of rain showers over here, and you've got the light coming through between the clouds over here. Absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, back over in Edinburgh there's an absolute torrential downpour, and it's coming this way. So I've got a feeling we're going to get a little soaked. So much for my beautiful evening, but just as quick as it comes, it'll probably go as well. So I'm going to head on down there now and see what we can find. Pretty special, eh? Well, we've got an absolute lashing there by the rain, but that's alright. This is pretty spectacular, so I think we're going to maybe set up on this one, take a quick picture with the marram grass and the moody clouds behind, and then go. That one over there looks as though it might be actually slightly better preserved, so I'm going to head over there after that. Okay, so I've committed the cardinal sin when you're on a beach, and while I was getting ready, something that I had with me, as I said, is very windy, and something was blowing away, and I ran down the beach to stamp on it to stop it from blowing away. And what I actually did was I ran into my scene, and I put footprints all over the place. So I've had to change tacks here slightly, and so I've gone on with the wide angle lens, which is the 12mm, and gone in much closer. And not sure if you can see it on the screen there, probably not, but we're pretty close to the submarine itself. We've got a lovely soft light coming in from the evening sky over there. We've got the river running up and away out of the scene there, with the marram grass and the golf course off in the background. So it's a pretty nice scene. But what I've thought I would do is, because it's so windy, the clouds should be moving quite fast. And so if I can slow the shutter speed down significantly, I mean like 30 seconds, a minute, something like that, then hopefully, because it's going in this direction, I can get those lines in the sky of the movement of the clouds. With the submarine in the foreground, hopefully, obviously fairly still. There's some seaweed that's fluttering around in the breeze, but apart from that, it's pretty good. So anyway, that's what I've decided to do the first time, and luckily the better of the two submarines, I think, is over there, so we'll try not to spoil the foreground in that one. Alright, that is another nasty on its way. So we have this incredible mini sub. You can really see the turret and all the barnacles and everything like that on this one. It is really incredible. Now, I'm being very careful not to go close, but unfortunately there's not as much water around this one, which was creating some nice patterns in the last one. But we do have some patterns in the sand, which is being lit by this lovely late evening sun. So before this rainstorm comes, I'm going to try take a couple of pictures of this and do it some justice. But I might get soaking wet in the process, we'll have to see. Okay, I'm having to work incredibly fast here, but that rain is on its way. The sun is also going to dip behind some clouds over there. So I've been trying to get as many compositions in as I can. I've been a little further away with a longer lens, and now I've come right in close again with the wide angle. I'm trying to catch some of this absolutely gorgeous cloud formations and colors in the sky up in the top. That's my main focus of the picture, to be honest, with of course the foreground detail here being the submarine. Quite a lot of contrast between the two, so I'm having to use a 3-stop graduated neutral density filter to cut down on that sky. But even so, I'm having to bracket a little bit just to make sure that when I get home I've got some color in that submarine there as well. So I've got one more picture. I'm going to move around the other side and take it towards the golf course again there. But looks like I've probably got about 5 minutes to do that, so let's get cracking. Okay, I think I got this final picture in. So I've moved around so that the evening light is actually on the right side of the submarine to light it up now, which is good. And we've got this nice cloud here, which hasn't quite caught the evening sun yet. I don't think I'm going to get that. I think the sun's going to go behind the cloud, and also this storm is going to come in. So, but the good thing about that is that on the composition, it comes down from the top left at an angle, with the submarine coming up from the bottom left at an angle, and it makes quite a nice symmetry to it. So I quite like that in the composition, and I've got that one in with the wide angle lens before the rainstorm, so things aren't so bad after all. Anything after now is a bonus. I've got to say goodbye to my micro submarines. I said that anything else would be a bonus. Well, take a look at this sunset. Absolutely incredible. Wasn't always in the right place in the sky, of course, but it was quite a little bonus for us, definitely. Now I had to send Simon on ahead, and I'm very much needing to catch up with him now, so can't stay for the very last light, unfortunately. But anyway, an absolutely cracking day, cracking evening. Absolutely loved it. And well, I guess I'll leave you with these last bonus pictures. So thanks very much for staying with me through the rain, through the evening. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll catch you later on next week maybe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now.